All right. Okay, child. Let's get into this story. Because apparently Tyler Perry is out here being sued for $260 million over sexual harassment and assault allegations. So yeah, this is the latest tea that has come out regarding this situation. So child, when I heard this, and when I asked before, I was like, who was it? Christian Keys? But I think Christian Keys was already paid off. So it ain't gonna be him again. But hold on, because I was like, let me pull up the neighborhood talk one so that way y'all can actually see what he looked like, the boy. He liked them light brights. Oh, he cute. He definitely liked the light brights because Christian Keys another one. Well, hold on. We'll get to the text messages in a second, but let's get through this situation. So actor Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for $260 million, if he got it, over alleged sexual harassment, assault, and retaliation. In the complaint filed Friday, on Friday the 13th, shout out to Jason Voorhees in Los Angeles, which was obtained by People, Dixon accused Perry of creating a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic between them while he was starring on the filmmaker shows The Oval and Ruthless, in which Dixon starred as a character named Dale. The complaint accused Perry of initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Pastor Perry's unwanted advances. I'm going to call him Pastor Perry because he be acting like he damn TD Jakes out in these damn streets. Now, Matthew Boyd, an attorney for Perry, responded to Dixon's complaint in a statement to People saying, this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler would not be shaken down. We are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. The statement continued. Now, Dixon claimed he met Perry in September 2019 when working the opening party for Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, saying Dixon alleged that over the next few months, Perry often texted him, sometimes with suggestive advances. He also but also that he wanted to find Dixon a job and change his life. In November 2019, Dixon claimed Perry offered him a small role in Ruthless. Isn't that the show where they be showing their dinglings and stuff all up in there? Now, Dixon claimed that Perry SA'd him at Perry's home in January 2020, and the next month he offered Dixon a series regular role on The Oval. This is what he states. Now, the actor alleged that upon reading the script for his first season, hold on, did I hit the wrong? Oh yeah, I did hit the right one because I was worried that I didn't hit the right the lower third, because the last time I did something like that, I hit the wrong one. But anyway, let's continue. The actor alleged that upon reading the script for his first season, he discovered his character's fate was left up in the air in the finale, saying, quote, Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. Indeed, Dixon's character Dale was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of the first season on The Oval, and Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. Now, Dixon recounted a moment after filming the scene in which his character was shot. Perry invited him to his trailer, where he allegedly pinned him to the wall of his trailer and began aggressively groping Dixon's buttocks in a sexual motion. Let me find out Pastor Perry's a top. In the complaint, the actor claimed that he was similarly groped during a cast trip to the Bahamas on October 2020. I wonder if he's out here groping Mariah's ex, Brian Tanaka. Y'all seen them pictures of Pastor Perry and Brian on that boat together? That started them other rumors too, about that Mariah ex like a little sugar in his coffee. Now, Dixon alleged that in December of 2020, he visited a physician who indicated that Dixon exhibited severe symptoms of acute stress, insomnia, stomach issues, and a dangerously low cortisol level due to the sexual harassment and assault, and prescribed him Zoloft, an antidepressant. Dixon claimed Perry invited him to his house again in 2021 of June to discuss Dixon's pilot for his show Losing It, which Perry had expressed interest in producing. He alleged he was again sexually assaulted by Perry at this meeting. Now, over the next 5 months, Dixon said he suffered from severe depression, anxiety, stomach pains, and nausea, and was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. following the alleged incidents. Dixon claimed that Perry's fixers offered him a raise to return to the Oval and that Perry would buy the rights to produce his show, losing it. Well, before we get into that, let's get to this situation because there's a lot. There's text messages that apparently they got screenshots of. So it's, I can tell you later or tomorrow sometime. It says you have a really fresh voice and take on things. I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I could see the world and the characters. My exclusivity ends in 30 days. I wanted to take losing it out to Amazon and Netflix after that and gauge their interest. First, okay, there's a lot of misspellings. First we spelled they're wrong. He also spelled losing out. He spelled it okay. Chris, let's not be a spell Nazi. It's like, when you type in and stuff, sometimes you get the grammar all messed up. So they also said they're not from my, so I guess what he was like talking to Pastor Perry about buying his show, losing it, whatever the case is. And he was saying he was looking at Amazon or Netflix as potential buyers or whatever the whole situation. And then there's something that says, I don't know who's in the blue. Oh, it says to Tyler Perry. It says in it right, and we just had a heaping dose of it, and now it's back to nothing. It was really weird. It's I didn't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been touched in months. You haven't been touched in months. And it said, oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Then it says Jacob, and then it goes, I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid. I guess the Jacob's dumbass version of me, not blank, but blonde. So I guess what they're saying is there was some type of drunken text messages going on. What is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. Someone said, giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where are you coming from? Another. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that. And it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. I want to know. Oh, so this is from TMZ, Jeff. But I want to know who was the blue and who was the other one. Because I truly believe that Tyler Perry suffers from religious guilt in regards of why he feels the way he feels in regards of coming to terms with his sexuality, allegedly. Same thing with that one Michael Tate that we was talking about, them Christians, where they be going back and forth. Look, Tyler, no shade, but your mama's gone. You can live your life to the fullest. And trustably, if you think people that watch your stuff don't know that you a closet homosexual, then you are living in a world of delusion. Because I know people who are God-fearing Christian, that sort of thing, that don't really be paying attention to a lot of stuff. A lot of them even said to me, oh, we kind of have a feeling Tyler gay. So, girl, you're not fooling nobody out here thinking that you like fish and you like tilapia. When we know you like yourself a little frankenfurter with a little sauerkraut on the side. Like, we know, sir. Add a little mustard, maybe a little ketchup. Maybe you like the mayo that shoots out at the end, too. I'm going to say allegedly, but look, the streets is talking. So, yeah, there's a series of texts and stuff, which I guess they're going to have to fill. Look, I would have to go through all these to even come to the terms. Wait, hold on. They said they make money from the advertising, lots of money. I love how I feel right now, but I don't like feeling horny. Testosterone. So somebody out here taking testosterone. And Tyler Perry looked like he at that age where his testosterone levels is a little low. And so he need a little pick-me-up. I feel so good, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the first person that flirts with me. LOL, you don't even understand. So there's a lot of sexting and things going on up in here. And it says, I need to talk to you, my friend. Call me as soon as you can. Trying to do rooms on the boat. If I invite Bill, would you be okay sharing a room with him or not? So now that's in my boat. So we know Tyler got a boat because then we say Brian Tanaka was on a boat. Now, if y'all see him show up in one of Tyler Perry shows, then should we say allegedly something had went down? Something that Mariah can't provide him or couldn't provide him when they was dating? Oh wait, they said, but I swear to you, I know how to fix this ish. I love killing a mother effort in a show that no one expects. And then it's oh, so I think the blue is not Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is the one in the regular writing. So now I kind of figured it out now that it makes all the sense. And it said you could be sipping Mai Tais, counting coconuts right now. Think about the last episode. They are all shot. We don't know who lives. I don't know. This so first of all, this is hard to read. Um, like I said, what are you doing, Derek? I roll. Fine. Good night. Go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Tyler Perry, what are you going through, niece? Listen to me. If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you are opening up yourself to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you are there because of your talent and not because we have a friendship or because Tony got me to give you a job. So there was a lot of situations going on. So whoever Tony is basically helped Derek get on the show. Tyler's calling it a friendship, probably trying to choose his words carefully in the text, but it feel like y'all got a thing going on. And you said you earn your spot like everyone else. Don't give people an opportunity to play you small or they will. It feels like a little manipulation. It's like, yeah, like keep it between us. Like we have this friendship. Don't let them know that we're real connected in a lot of ways because then they're going to be getting jealous. And you know how a lot of these crab in a barrel type actors get, especially when there's not a lot of opportunities for men of color to be getting in the industry. So a lot of y'all sitting. That's why I said a lot of y'all kind of be looking the other way. While Tyler Perry basically give y'all 10% of shit in them shows and the movies, and y'all be like, oh, but he be paying them well, and he be doing. I said, but yeah, but a lot of the editing and a lot of stuff it shows the lack of like taking your time to put these things together in what you're doing. And he says, I can't teach you everything. Unfortunately, there's some things you'll have to learn for yourself because when we go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. They are so stupid to think that. So stupid. I'm gonna have to come to Jesus moment with them. I think I'm gonna shoot them all. I'm gonna shoot them all get shot, and then I may have to shoot the shootout early. So yeah, he's showing all the text messages and the evidence and all the other stuff. But here's the thing. Okay, so now there's all the evidence in that. Now the question remains: do y'all believe this, T? Um, BET is basically the network behind Ruthless and the Oval. But I think on BET Plus they show more of the explicit stuff. But it's just like, look, to be honest, quiet as it's kept, there's always been rumors floating around about Tyler Perry allegedly being a closet homosexual. Now, if that's now if that's true, that's TBD. Because there's been, when those rumors have come out, they found a way to kind of be swept under the rug. Like we said before, remember when that story came out about Christian Keys saying that there was somebody who was behind the scenes and they was coming up with all kinds of names, but the one that always rang the loudest was Tyler Perry. And then all of a sudden he got real quiet. And there was people out here that was kind of throwing little breadcrumbs out here. Funky Dineva was throwing a little breadcrumb. Claudia Jordan was out here throwing out breadcrumbs because Christian Keys is a good friend of hers. And there was always little things floating around. But they were, Tyler Perry being as powerful as he is and having all the money that he has ways to make these type of stories go away. He can throw y'all a little coin totter and then y'all all of a sudden will backtrack. But he trying to get $260 million. Now, I don't know if you're going to get that, but you'll be able to get that. And then if you do get a little coin, you might get like maybe, he might pay you a little $20 million or whatever. But if you do get your money, sir, you do know your career is done in Hollywood because Tyler Perry has a way of blacklisting people. He did it to Monique when she called his ass out. She's still waiting for that apology. And so if you plan on trying to work in circles of Black Hollywood, you ain't gonna work ever again. So you better enjoy whatever little bit of money you're about to get from Tyler Perry because you're pretty much done. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be out of here calling people out on their harassment and the quid pro quo stuff. Because if he out here doing his dirt, you need to spring that out. And if any of you idiots come out and y'all trying to take another black man down, I'm like, so we just go and ignore the alleged abuse that people are people using their positions of power to take advantage of people because they don't have the wherewithal and the cojones to be their true authentic selves out here in these streets because they worrying about a lot of the people that he caters his product to not wanting to support what he does because he has banked so much of his billions into the church, the God-fearing sect, and him out here trying to act like he T.D. Jakes Jr. when he want to get up there, yes, sir, hallelujah, fear to God, and all that other stuff that he be out here doing, acting like he Pastor Perry. He be out here doing all of that. The cosplaying, when he really want to be cosplaying Miss Sophia. That's what it is. So yeah, that's the latest on this story. This was breaking news. It's something that came out a couple of, while I was in the middle of doing the damn show. I had to grab that story real quick. I multitask. So yeah, I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story in regards of Tyler Perry out here being accused of SAing one of his actors from the Oval? I would have loved to have looked to see what the people were saying in the comment. Well, hold on. Let me see if what the people were saying in the comments over there on Instagram. Because with the neighborhood talk and the whole Tyler Perry thing. Because one thing I hate about when I'm on the computer, I can't pull that up. So what the people saying in the comments? Tens Magazine said that ain't even his type. What you trying to tell us? They said, right, Tyler like hood grown dark chocolate man. Allegedly. I mean, Christian Keys wasn't hood or dark chocolate, allegedly. Somebody said lots of money for nothing. Another person said just because it's saved as Tyler Perry don't mean it is Tyler Perry. Okay. Another person, I'm struggling to see what these texts prove. Yeah, that was like, I will agree with that. Like, trying to read up in there, there was nothing that was said in there that to me seemed like sexual. I mean, it was moments of mention of like, I hate feeling horny because I'm taking testosterone, whatever case, but that don't prove like, okay, so you kind of like throwing the net out there saying like, Tyler Perry out here trying to see if you would be interested in some type of sexual innuendo. Somebody said 260 mil for a thigh rub. Do me a favor, put both of your hands in the back pockets and carry. You know what? They say they love to try to. Here we go. Of course, Charlie Exile. Shout out to you, but really, somebody, of course, says they love try and tear the powerful black men. It's like, can we stop doing it? Now we got the homosexuals jumping in here with that narrative. Somebody also said we're not canceling Tyler Perry. So next topic. So it seemed like they know y'all know the tea. Y'all just don't give a damn. So yeah, I definitely want to hear from y'all whether or not you believe the story. I mean, we believe that Tyler Perry likes the comfort of a man, but do you think that he would go as far as like sexual harassment and abuse when it's like, I'm sure he could pull a Bishop Eddie Long and he could bag as many dudes he wants and pay him off, shut him up, we'll have him sign the NDA where he's got a hammerman that he probably could satisfy his needs. And then he'll just, get on his knees and pray the gay away until he's on to his next little horny moment. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.